know what I'm about to say. It's BW and the Gold.
Nice.
Anyway, once again, welcome back to BW and the Gold. It's Saturday, it's SEC football. That means it's time to have fun, enjoy what America is all about. Faith, family, football, maybe not in that order. Anyway. Gold, now we're going to hear a word from our host and our sponsors there here at Recovery Sports Grill. Laura, take it away.
So we do have some really great specials for football season this year. We do have $4 pints of Miller Lite Coors Light, $5 pints of Blue Moon, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Monday is a great day to come in to Recovery Sports Grill Chesapeake. We have $1 chicken wings all day, open to close, with or without football. Please pop by and visit us for that. You will not get a better deal anywhere else in town. Tuesdays, 2 tacos for $6. Wednesdays, we have a brand new chicken tender flight. You can get any 4 sauces that you like. Ours are homemade, everyday, fresh ingredients. Thursdays, we have our burger special, which is my favorite day of the week. $5 home run burger, $7 specialty burgers. And we would love to see you guys out here on any day of the week, specials or not, football or not.
SEC, in this week's news, we've got the top 3 stories. I'm going to pick these 3 games, Gold, for us to kind of kick around a little bit today. First of which is Texas A&M at Florida. Now, when we last left these 2 teams, okay, let's kick this a minute. Remember Notre Dame winning, first week, Notre Dame went into Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Beat them in front of the 12th man. I was impressed. Then Notre Dame turned around and lost the next week.
NIU or something? Like they $1.5 million they paid a small school to come and kick their butt.
Flip side of the coin, Florida at home in the swamp has Miami of Florida come in and absolutely decimates them in the swamp. So this week, and I hate to say this in week 3, but it's a must-win game for both schools. I mean, now granted, we talked about at length, in one of our previous episodes, how difficult Florida's schedule is. So Florida can absolutely not afford to lose another game, in my opinion. What are your thoughts? Can Florida pull this out against A&M, or is A&M going to come in and get them?
Florida's just played so bad. I mean, I want to give A&M the nod. Maybe it's just like a Florida hater thing I have going on.
Yeah. Now, I read this morning the A&M quarterback is dinged up. May or may not play. Probably will play. But I think I know it's in the swamp. I know it's a must-win. I'm going to give the nod to Texas A&M on this one. So, second game of the week for a lot of folks. Bama going up to Wisconsin country there. Going to probably eat some cheese, I would think, while they're there. And shout out for my mother, who is a huge Green Bay fan. I know that's pro football, but hey, granted, she still thinks Vince Lombardi's the coach. But other than that, it's
Brett Favre is the quarterback.
Yeah,
for
always,
sure.
Always.
I gave her that card. And,
Isn't he?
He's
yeah,
not?
there you go.
He's not. All right, Bama at Wisconsin. Couple things going on. Bama's going to have one of their key offensive linemen back this week. That's going to be big because not only just for him being on the field, but because of where it lets the offensive coordinator put everybody else for Bama. I think the offensive line is much improved this week. Hopefully we get less penalties this week. I don't think Wisconsin's got the guns to stay with us. I think Bama goes into Wisconsin. I think the first half is close. And then I think at second half we pull away, similar to how we did with last week. Hopefully we don't wait till the fourth quarter to start playing like we did last week.
Of course you do.
I'm hoping that, I think Wisconsin's got a shot if the Alabama of last week shows up.
I agree with that.
I mean, it's
absolutely. That is completely fair.
You got them dairy boys, them dairy farm boys coming out there. They've been swinging cows, and you think they can't beat some Alabama boys?
I mean,
if we have cows in Alabama, I
don't really know what's in Alabama. I think if Wisconsin keeps it close, it could be
good. Here's a good one coming too. LSU, they're 1-1. They're going into an undefeated 2-0 South Carolina squad. Now, typically, LSU's had their way with South Carolina, but it's a 2-0 South Carolina squad. And I will say, one of those 2 wins was against our local ODU here, and only by a few points. So if that South Carolina shows up, I think LSU's going to absolutely just decimate them. But it's at South Carolina. I'm thinking that I'm going to lean toward LSU on this one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. At this point, if South Carolina pulls this off, I might just have to just pick whatever Amy picks because I have been stinking it up.
So you
with
think-
my
Well,
fandom.
it's college, not boot camp, so I'm gonna have to go LSU because they don't have recruits
I see.
playing.
I'm confused by your logic, but that's okay.
Paris Island.
It's not the
if
first
Paris,
time.
if it was the Paris Island, South Carolina team, then maybe LSU would get beat. But I think you got them Creole boys.
Those of you in the 757, she's clearly gone into military speak, so I'm assuming only the military understood whatever that just happened.
I get
so,
the Marine Corps
all right,
fandom,
moving
but
into a new feature starting this week. We're going to do Player of the Week, and we're going to start with somebody whose name I cannot pronounce. And I worked on it all week, and I discovered that at the end of the week, I can't pronounce his name. So all of my Tennessee fans, I know you're going to know who this is because you've been waiting on him for ever since Peyton Manning left. Well, he's finally arrived. It's Nico. That's right. Quarterback, Tennessee, 38 of 51, 525 yards with a whopping, get this goal, almost just a hair shy of 75% completion rate, 5 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 185. This guy is the real deal, I think.
did you use the internet? Iamalaava.
Iamalaava.
Mala Ava?
Ava, yeah. Sorry, Nico.
Golly, Dave, sounds like you sneezed. Okay, all right.
Gesundheit? No.
No, he's
Iamalaava.
Ila Alamala. All
All right, we're going to stop. That was fun. All right,
yeah.
Nico, you're the man this week.
They're a group named. Anyway, okay, so here's the thing. In Tennessee, they've been trying to get to the elite status. And what I mean by elite, Tennessee's a good football program. Nobody would argue that. They want to be in the elite, and by elite, what I mean by that very specifically is their issue has been to beat Georgia, to beat Bama, to be able to compete for the SEC championship. That has been the bar they haven't been able to get over. They in Florida will usually play a pretty even game. I think this year, I think they'd have the edge because they're going to play it at Knoxville when they play Florida. Can they beat Georgia? Can they beat Alabama? Here's what I will tell you. Thanks to Nico, they have a chance in both those games. Now, does that mean they're going to do it? I don't know. But they've got Alabama at home. I think they play Georgia at Georgia. So, could go either way on those two, but definitely our player of the week was Nico. Showed us what he was made of last week, began to. He'll prove it again this week. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the Tennessee predictions. But Tennessee fans, you have a reason to be singing Rocky Top because I think you're going to hear that quite a bit this year. They're going to be a high-powered offense, and it should be a great and a fun season for the folks on Rocky Top. Next up, we're going to do the SEC team to watch.
It's not Alabama.
It's
okay,
not Alabama.
that's good.
No, everybody knows you should watch Alabama. That's a given.
Just making sure.
But anybody who has a coach named Drinkwitz, or a college football coach, I just think you ought to look at. University of Missouri. Got to have a coach in there, again, named Eli Drinkwitz. He's got an overall record. He's 30-21 with these guys, but this year they have really shown me some grit. They're a tough football team. They're playing Boston College this week, who has a really good quarterback, kid named Castellanos. And by the way, Boston College is coached by Bill O'Brien, who used to be Nick Saban's offensive coordinator. So he's going to have an idea. In other words, he's familiar with Missouri's and what they do. This could be a really good game, but again, this coach from the team, Missouri, they're undefeated so far. If they get by this one, let's look at their schedule. All right, next week they've got Vanderbilt, so we all know.
I can't hate on Vandy anymore after they made me look so bad in that first week.
Yeah, they are playing. I mean, can you really say Vandy and playing well in the same sentence? Well, anyway,
maybe Virginia Tech's just that bad.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see what ODU does to them.
So Vanderbilt game they should win. A&M a game they could easily win. Then they've got at UMass. Auburn comes to Missouri again. That's a winnable game. Missouri at Alabama. They'll lose that one, of course. Then they've got Oklahoma, South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. And I guess what I'm saying by this is, you got to remember this year, unlike previous years where Missouri's sole goal would be to try to win the East to get into the playoffs, or to get into the SEC championship, which could get you into the playoffs.
Right.
This year, we're going to have, the top-ranked 4 conference champions. They get in automatically.
Right.
And then you're going to have a total of 12 teams that get in, and they're going to be looking at your record and your rank, and the record's going to determine your rank, obviously.
You know, what that does is it helps a lot of teams get over that Alabama's automatically in rule that has been in the books. Their 1-loss, even 2-loss teams have been heavily considered or even made it.
Yeah, that's right. And
strange.
And again, that's going to be
rankings.
the debate this year. If Missouri could turn into a 1-loss, 2-loss Missouri squad this year, I think they're going to be considered for the playoffs. I really do. I know it's early to be talking playoffs. We're only in week 3, but it's a Missouri squad that I think is worth watching for sure.
Playoffs. We're going to add that.
Say again.
Yeah, playoffs. Remember that? Yep.
Playoffs.
Yeah, that's got to go in there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so brand new feature here. We talked about torturing our producer, Amy, with this, and so we're going to try to find out a little bit more about Amy's knowledge of the SEC. And by the way, you may pick up a few listeners. You may learn a little bit out of this as well. I know there's a couple on here that, one in particular that I wasn't completely sure of. So. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Talk a little bit about every school's mascot here, okay, for starters. And so first of all, Texas, who are they?
Well, which Texas?
University of Texas.
Longhorns?
Longhorns, very good. The Georgia
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, very good.
Go Dogs.
Tennessee, how about Tennessee?
Titans. I know that's wrong, but that's what I know.
Alrighty. On the pro level, she's correct. On the college level, it's a Smoky Dog. The song is Rocky Top, but the mascot is actually a dog on the sidelines wearing a red and white sweater.
We're not volunteers.
I'm so sorry. Orange and white.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I'll hear
it's
about
Alabama
that from the
people.
Tennessee fans.
He's an Alabama fan.
All right,
so.
Florida, you saw them doing a lot last week.
The Gators?
The Gators.
But
That's
that one
exactly
is easy
right.
because that's where Gatorade came from.
That's right.
They're not
Alabama.
Dummies?
Oh,
I don't know. I know that they say roll
Cheap
tide.
shot.
I don't know what that means.
That is the phrase is roll tide. However, Big Al is the elephant that is the Alabama's mascot.
Right.
It's-
I should have known because Alabama's known for how many
Alabama
elephants
is
they
known
have.
for its elephants. That's right. I'm so glad you knew that.
I should have known.
All right, Auburn is just as bizarre. They're the Auburn Tigers, but they also have a War Eagle chant. So at the beginning of their game, they release an eagle and have it come down and land.
And
although
Auburn is where?
is also in Alabama. So,
Oh, that's why.
yeah.
Poor
All right,
education.
Kentucky. Kentucky.
Kentucky bourbons?
No.
Nice.
Why didn't they do that?
Yeah.
That would have been great. No,
Just
that
have a
could go out.
barrel walking out there dancing.
Yeah.
Can't you see a college kid in a barrel? That could
I
work.
mean,
I'm pretty sure that's
You
all
should be
college kids
careful
do,
because
though,
you're going to
right?
start a trend. You're going to start seeing at the
Yeah.
Kentucky games all the college kids showing
In
up
barrels?
in barrels.
Oh, that would be gold.
That would be fantastic.
That would be baller.
They're actually, however, known as the Wildcats. So Wildcats.
I should
all
have
right,
known
now
that from
this
Steve.
one, I guess I should have known. I did not know this. Vanderbilt.
I've got one for this. Hold on.
Is
It's
it-
the Vanderbilt.
Rich guys? Billionaires?
What's the word I'm looking for?
Tech bro?
Heiress.
Harris.
Oh,
Heiress.
Harris. The old money. The Vanderbilt old money.
Vanderbilt old money.
Oh, it's
They
Vanderbilt
are-
old money.
I like that.
They are actually called the Commodores.
That makes sense. I mean, that could be
Commodores.
rich.
A lot
Okay.
of Commodores.
Like back in the
They're
day.
officers.
Now this one,
They're officers, yeah.
this one will go well. Okay, so Amy, the Arkansas
Oh, you know this one, right?
The Arkansas
goes
Rednecks.
goes good for breakfast.
Scrambled eggs.
Nope, the other
With-
part.
sausages,
Yeah, that's one of the
That's
types.
part of it.
hogs,
What's the-
wild hogs.
There it is, Razorbacks.
It's Razorbacks. Yeah,
That's
actually.
right. There you go. All right, now,
That should be North Carolina.
Okay,
Don't
I've
they
got
have
a-
a problem with that?
I've got to
think
tell you
Arkansas
this one
too.
here. I wasn't familiar with this either. The Old Miss, the Running Rebels, is what I know them as, were called Tony the Land Shark.
Okay,
Wow,
they
okay.
should be called Jeff the Land Shark.
Yeah, there you go.
I-
Adorable superhero. Go
If
Google
you don't
it.
know,
Also-
if you don't
also-
know what Jeff the Land Shark is, you better Google it.
All right,
and
also-
I want to see tattoos.
Also, Rebel Black Bear, but I think that was an older one. Tony the Land Shark for Ole Miss. All right, Mississippi State, Bully the Dog, and Cowbells, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Oklahoma is the Sooner Schooner, which is a covered wagon pulled by two horses. That's Oklahoma.
Hey, Boomer Sooner.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess I was gonna say like.
It's out west,
Yeah,
back
I
in
was
the
gonna
day.
say
I
the
guess.
what are those words for the people?
I don't
Oh,
know.
the pioneers. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the,
like the pioneers or
settlers or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
there's another word I was thinking of, but that's not it. But pioneers word, yeah.
Anyway, LSU, the Bengal Tigers, Mike the Tiger.
A lot of tigers in
Missouri,
Louisiana.
not to be left behind. Missouri is Truman the Tiger. So I guess you notice there's a lot of tigers in the SEC.
I feel like colleges don't know other animals.
Maybe the Auburn thing is like, we can't get a tiger, but I know a guy with the eagle.
This one is, I don't really know what to do with this. Texas A&M is called Revelle, the First Lady of Aggieland.
That is nice.
Like that?
Their
There
mascot's
it
a
is.
chick from now on.
I guess.
Texas A&M is going to win.
Unless now they're
everything.
also kind of known as the 12th man, but I believe if I saw it right, that Revelle is the First Lady of Aggieland. Lastly,
awesome.
South Carolina, as you already talked about last week, South Carolina is the chickens. They are the Gamecocks. So, all right, what I've done, what I did is I have ranked the mascots from 1 to 16. And so I've ranked the mascots 1 to 16, and next week we're going to have them go against each other on my old school paper. They always pick on me for being old school. All right.
We'll replace that
That's
with like a
old.
graphic on the video.
Okay, fair enough. All
adults.
right. All right, next feature up. Let's talk about the SEC Coaches Spotlight. Now, I'm going to do a little better than I did last week. I know I went in a little bit heavy on Sark last week. I think I bored myself to sleep last week, so we're going to try not to do that this week. SEC Spotlight, Vanderbilt coach.
I think we should say Hugh Freeze. Good job going on the internet or in the press conference and telling everyone that it's everyone else's fault for losing. Like, that was pretty good.
There you
Hugh
go.
Freeze for the win. Best coach of the year.
There we go.
Right there.
we go.
Your quarterback.
Now, wait a minute. Now, if he gets fired, now, where's
I don't know.
Where's Lane Kiffin going? Lane Kiffin's going to Florida. You
I think he
said.
still would go to Florida.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, though. I don't.
Well, Hugh Freeze is at
Auburn.
Auburn. Ooh, could you imagine Lane and oh wow. Okay, anyway, all right, here we go. Vanderbilt coach.
Yeah.
First of all, the program. Check this out. This program is 121 years old, and do you realize in 121 years, you know how many national championships they've won?
Zero.
The same number. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a zero. So let's talk about the last couple years. The last 5 years, 2019 to 23, they were 12 and 45. So a lot of room to go up. You know what I mean? So this could be a time where Coach Clark Lee, he's a 42-year-old coach. He was hired in December of 20, started in 2021. And check this out. I can't believe I didn't go into coaching, because even to coach Vanderbilt, Coach Lee is making $3.1 million a year to coach Vanderbilt.
I mean, they have a lot of money. We talked
Yeah,
about that.
I was
Wow.
just going to
They
say,
have
we
that
just
old
had
money.
this discussion.
Well,
Were you not there?
here's the neat part. Coach Lee is from Nashville, actually attended Vanderbilt, and played football for Vanderbilt. So he's a home cook guy.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So, anyway, he is Vanderbilt's coach, and we wish him well this year. And check this out. And we're about to go into week 3 predictions after we recap the second week. But let me say this to you, that last week Vanderbilt once again won, and that leaves them at 2-0. And guys, I think it's entirely possible Vanderbilt in week 3 may end up winning again and be 3-0.
Yeah.
Wow.
I get it.
So when's the
I like
last
it.
time Vanderbilt was anything in O?
I'm sure I can find it out.
Let's talk about last week. So first of all, let me find it real quick. Yeah, producer Amy went 10-5 on her predictions from last week.
It's a foolproof method.
Clap, 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 clap.
Myself, BW, went 12-3.
Nice.
Mississippi State, Kentucky, and once again Auburn let me down as usual. But let's talk about last week. So Oklahoma State and Arkansas. Arkansas flat out gave that game away. And what's going to be interesting to watch, if Arkansas has a year where they are very close, they are going to really, really wish they had last week back. Just absolutely gave it away. Georgia 48-3 over Tennessee Tech. Ole Miss beat Middle Tennessee 52-3. LSU against the Nichols beat them 44-21. Mizzou over Buffalo 38-0. So again, Missouri showing off.
Yeah.
Yep. Alabama waited till the fourth quarter to play against South Florida and still beat them 42-16. But I got to tell you, if I remember right, into the third quarter, Alabama was up by very, very little in that game. So they need to play considerably better this week against Wisconsin. Tennessee 51, Nico, NC State 10. Kentucky did not show up. South Carolina laid it on them 31-6. Auburn somehow managed to lose to California 21-14. Florida laid it on Samford 45-7. And lastly, Texas A&M beat McNeese State, whoever they are, 52-10. And that brings us to week number 3. Here we go. So we're gonna. Lost my pen here. Okay, this is why you, I guess, use.
You
Yeah,
have to
just-
write it in blood now.
Yeah. All right, so you'll have to keep track of it.
Sure.
Amy, Alabama, Wisconsin. Who you thinking?
Alabama or Wisconsin, I don't think those boys down in Alabama can fight them Dairy boys. So
All right,
I'm
you're
going
going
with
Wisconsin. All right, I'm
You
going.
got that cheese?
Obviously, I'm going Alabama on that one. LSU going into South Carolina. What do you think?
LSU.
I agree. Boston College going to Missouri.
I don't think them. I think those Boston yuppies are not going to be able to fight them Oklahoma boys.
Missouri.
You got
Okay.
them Cowboys over there.
Yeah. All right. So I think Missouri gets that one. Tulane playing the 2-0 Oklahoma Sooners. I'm going to go Oklahoma in that one. What do you think?
Yes.
All right. Producer Amy's also with Oklahoma. Ole Miss versus the ACC's Wake Forest.
I think them Creole boys got a lot of spicy anger in them.
Yeah, I think
Is
Ole Miss
Missouri
runs away with
Creole?
that one.
LSU is.
We're like that's like 4 games back.
He just said it just now.
He just
No,
said
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss and
oh,
Wake
Ole
Forest.
Miss. But that's still Missouri. That's like Mississippi. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not. You're right. That's not.
No, it's all good.
All right,
Creole.
Louisiana.
Go Roll Tide or whatever. At this point, we'll just make stuff up. All right, love you. Here we go.
UTSA.
Yeah, I'm dumb today.
UTSA at Texas.
Where is UTSA?
University of Texas, San Antonio.
And where is?
And
And
Texas.
Texas is in
yeah,
Texas.
two-
No shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where in Texas?
Where is Texas?
No, where in Texas?
It's in
is-
Arch Manning's house.
Arch Manning's.
He owns the program.
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna go Texas.
Yeah, good choice. On
I
that one.
win either way.
Yeah.
They're both in Texas.
Georgia going to Kentucky.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, obviously. Tennessee playing Kent State, whoever they are.
Tennessee.
Yeah, good pick. A&M, Florida. Yes,
Okay, I
there's the
kind of
game
want to
the
say
week.
A&M,
A&M?
but I'm gonna say that they're gonna get death rolled by Florida and all them Gators.
Oh, well,
So-
she's picking Florida in the swamp. Okay,
all right.
fair enough.
I just
New
say
Mexico.
you don't go into the swamp and fight with a gator.
Yeah, New
You're just- that's just
Mexico.
dumb.
New Mexico at Auburn.
Auburn.
I'm going to once again pick Auburn. If they lose this time, I'm not picking them anymore.
Yeah,
this
I'm
year.
going New
Lies.
Mexico. Forget it. I get it.
Arkansas finally found an Alabama they can beat. UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. So I'm going to go Arkansas on this one. What do you think, Amy?
I'm going to be difficult and go Alabama.
All righty. Toledo at Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
And here, I'm going to go the other direction on this one. I'm going to pick the upset and go Toledo.
I'm just saying, what good ever came? You never heard anything good come out of Toledo.
What was the guy on MASH? Wasn't there a guy on MASH from
Dude,
Toledo?
I have no idea.
Like the actual person or the character?
Oh, I think the character, yeah.
Okay, well, that doesn't count because that's fake.
That's so sad, though.
So who-
MASH wasn't fake. I love MASH.
Who picked what? All right.
Anyway, one last game. Vanderbilt at Georgia State.
I'm going to go with Georgia.
She's picking Georgia State. I'm going to go Vandy. And wait a minute. I may be the only time in my life I get to say this. To become a 3-0 Vanderbilt.
By the way, 1984? No, that's when they beat Alabama. 2017 is when Vandy was 3-0 last.
Really? So,
So I
all
looked
right,
that
it
up.
has happened. It would not be, as they say, unprecedented. So, all right. That's our predictions for the week. And I think we are looking forward to a good week this week. It's going to be an action-packed week. Again, some of the games that I think are really going to be interesting. I don't know that Wisconsin's going to be able to stay with Alabama, but we shall find out here shortly. Hope you've had a great week. We're going to hear now from the good folks over at Norfolk County Feed and Seed. For Norfolk County Feed and Seed. They're located at 1110 Airline Boulevard, Portsmouth, Virginia, 23707. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6 p.m. It is owned by Tommy Heath and his family. It's been in their family since 1947. Just a fantastic place. It's a home, lawn, and garden goods, family-owned, operated general store. Bird supplies, plant flowers, garden supplies, household items. All right, and that's going to do it for us this week at BW and the Gold. What we'll do is we'll do that first one. We'll play that at the end as well.
Oh, you're going to want to do the outro the same way?
I don't know.
I think I like your outro of
Oh,
like-
I forgot to thank everybody. I gotta do that.
I like the outro of the like the thank everybody where the music ramps up and
Go ahead and
eventually-
thank everybody real quick because we can cut it.
Okay. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this week. We want to thank, first of all, again, Recovery Sports Grill. Love being here. Come try the food and the drinks. And, of course, our new favorite bartender, Laura, will be here this week. And also, want to thank Andy Talent for doing the music. Want to thank producer Amy for putting up with GoldenEye and tolerating all of our madness. Also, we have a new editor, I understand, this week. Sophia, so we want to thank Miss Sophia for being the new editor for us. And am I forgetting anybody? Who else?
No one, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, that's it. Like and subscribe. Hey,
That
by
like
the way,
button. The more likes, the more stupid answers I will give on all of the everythings.
and hey, by the way, guys, I think we in the subscriber category we hit our first milestone. I think we're in double digits now. So, woo-hoo.
Yep,
heading for
10.
triple digits.
Yeah, game changing.